It's a Dirty Martini episode. Y'all know I went on vacation with Clinty, and my martini shaker is in the camper. So I went out to get the martini shaker out of the camper, and Dan has all of the vehicles in the barn so strategically Tetrised in that he has the four-wheeler parked in front of the camper door, so I can't get in. So I had to makeshift a martini shaker. So I took the straw out of it and I just made it into a martini shaker instead. Cheers. That's a big martini. Real quick, I want to say this episode, I had full intentions of it being a beer episode because y'all know I got to meet Aaron from Fiber Hustle in real life. He was in the stuff room. He came here. If you're not on Instagram, you probably didn't know that. And he brought me beer from Seattle. And I was totally going to drink it on this podcast, but it's my Friday and I'm just feeling a dirty martini. And I am drinking it from my Crystal Head vodka that Dan got me for my birthday. I savor it though because it's special. Okay, now, intro done. Go get your drink. Hi guys, Chevy Rel here. I'm in the stuff room. This is Chevy Rel stuff because I talk about stuff in the stuff room, and this is the stuff room. It's filled with stuff. Aaron actually commented that you don't notice how much stuff is in it until you actually come into the stuff room because you guys don't see all that stuff up there. And this episode is going to be a hot mess, mostly probably because of this martini, but then the other stuff's a mess too. So it is going to be rambly and all over the place. So if you like those kind of episodes, I got you. And if not, I'll probably get a bunch of thumbs down. So meh. You go live your best life. I'm gonna live mine here right now.
Oh my God, you're just starting?
Yes. Ugh. Okay, quick things at the beginning. I always say quick, that's hilarious. Regarding the last podcast, I'm not the only one that has been doing twisted rib wrong forever. Dan's try, he did his Olympic try a couple weeks ago. How long's it been since I've recorded? He did his Olympic try a few weeks ago, and he got
distance. I wasn't actually in the Olympics.
Olympic distance. He wasn't actually in the Olympics.
Because for some reason he thinks that we need to clarify that.
Ditto, why are you coming in here hacking up hairballs like a cat? Anyway, Dan completed his Olympic try, which was his first Olympic try, and he got third in his age group, which is awesome. I have not drawn the winners yet for the stitch thread, but it is all ready to go. I put it in these cute little things. There will be 4 winners for that, and I will hopefully insert it here. I'm a lying liar. Sorry guys, editing Chevy here. I thought that it was going to be really easy to take the comments from the old video with the volume problems and mesh them together with the new video. And it's not hard, but super time consuming. And I'm not going to have enough time to get that finished before I get this video uploaded for tomorrow. So I am going to do a separate prize drawing video for the stitch thread. So keep a lookout for that. Please forgive me, but I wanted to get the episode out for my Friday upload, which is what I usually do, and I just didn't have enough time to get the prizes drawn. So sorry. I'm pretty sure that I've gained like 10 pounds just from reading the comments on that prompt, which was to post your favorite dessert. So I have these stitch threads. I made these little stitch threads up and I put them in these cute little tins, and I'm going to pick 4 winners. And on the last episode, I asked for you to post your favorite dessert. There are things that I added to my list that I want to try. There were tons of things that I haven't heard of before. It was so much fun. I learned tons of stuff. A lot of you asked me what my favorite dessert is, And I'm not slamming any of y'all who posted like fruit shit, okay? Like I love fruit, but in my brain, fruit is not dessert. Dessert is chocolate, peanut butter, caramel. You know, the most fattening things you can eat. I love warm chocolate chip cookies. That was posted a ton. I love tiramisu. That was posted a whole bunch. Roll out Christmas cookies. Like, I can't pick a favorite. I have a huge sweet tooth. I'll always pick sweet over salt. Well, not always, but I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, I pick sweet over salty. I love roll out Christmas cookies, roll out, cut out Christmas cookies, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I love them so much. They're my favorite. Thanksgiving, I do like pumpkin pie, but my favorite is pumpkin dump cake. There were lots of cake and cookies, brownies. I love brownies. I prefer the edge pieces. I have an edge pan. Have any of y'all heard of an edge pan? If you're an edge person, you need this in your life. Lots of key lime pie. I do like key lime pie. I do like key lime pie. That is not like fruit to me. Like apple pie, I will eat an apple pie. I will eat an apple pie. I will not eat an apple pie. If somebody was serving apple pie as a dessert, I would eat a sliver of it, but I would never choose to eat it. That's what I'm saying. There was lots of cheesecake. Yes. Lots of strawberry shortcake. Yes. I do want to try a few things. Peanut butter crack sounds amazing. White chocolate bread pudding sounds amazing. And there were a bunch of others, but I've already talked way too long about this. So thank you so much for participating in that little ditty, and congratulations to the winners. I promise I will get those drawn ASAP. Okay, so speaking of Dan's try, he has another try coming up. His half triathlon. Half Ironman, not half triathlon. Half Ironman, which I've been told in the triathlon world, the cool thing to say is 70.3. It's a half Ironman, but they call it a 70.3. That is going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan on the 22nd, 21st or 22nd, whatever the Sunday is. So if any of y'all are in the area, that is a very long triathlon. I think he said it's like 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours it's going to take him. If you want to come cheer Dan on and sit and knit with me, I'll be around. Let me know if you're going to be around. Get a hold of me on Instagram or whatever. For those of you who aren't in Grand Rapids and like Ohio's more your speed and you want to meet us, the Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs in September, we're going to be there. And not only are we going to be there, but Jake and Ray are going to be there from Dog Star Knits, and John and Aquila from the Lefty Knitter podcast, and JohnnyBohDyes. We are all gonna be there. So mark your calendars. Hope to see you in Yellow Springs. Speaking of Johnny Bo going to the Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio, I'm pretty sure he's planning something epic. If you're not on Instagram, it'll be a surprise. This epic thing he is planning for the Wool Gathering, I sent him these to help him out, and that's my first FO. That's all I'm saying. You'll have to do some research or wait for the Wool Gathering. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, my next FOs are not fiber related, but if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen these as well. I tried tie-dye, and it's because I had a bunch of Kohl's old white spit up stained I was going to say hoodies, not hoodies, onesies. So I tie-dyed them, and I'm going to show them to you. Isn't it so cute? And look, you can't even see they were stained with spit up. Because here's the thing, like you guys know, I don't have babies, and I don't know much about babies. And some of you on Instagram said that you can like squirt like lemon or something on them and put them out in the sun and the stains go away. But that wasn't nearly as fun as tie-dyeing them. Little babies spit up like right here, right? Well, these onesies, they barely wear, oh, and sometimes they have blowouts, but none of his did. I know sometimes they're like all stained like around here, like if they poop themselves, like poop out of their diaper. But anyway, all of these were like super nice, except they had a little spit up stain. So they're secondhand, but I am going, your nails are loud. So I am going to give these to people that I know that won't be weird that these were, you know, like pre-worn and stuff and had spit up stains. They are like totally clean. Anyway, I learned, it's the time of year again where I'm messing with the sun. I learned a whole bunch of stuff with these. First off, if any of you guys tie-dye, I feel like I way oversaturated them. It took me forever to wash out the dye for it to run clear. For those of you who are interested, I follow Riah's tie-dye on YouTube. She's linked below. I love her. She's super nice. She answered my questions on her Facebook, like, because I messaged her with some questions. She answered that day with stuff. I mean, she is so cool. And she tells you all the stuff that she buys. She gives you a product list. No. What do I want to say? Not ingredients. Oh my gosh. You're yelling it at the screen, aren't you? A tool list. That's not it either. Oh, there's a bunny. Good thing Ditto can't see that. She links all the stuff she used. So she makes it real easy. This was a little geo. Whoops. Isn't it cute? And I only did it on the back. Or on the front. You guys, this is a mess. I'm just apologizing now. I feel like I'm going to apologize through the whole thing. Okay, so I learned a bunch of things. I still have more stained onesies. So I am going to do it again. And I've learned things. Then, okay, you might be wondering why I decided to tie-dye. I have this vision in my head. You remember Chevis Land from the last podcast? I feel like I'm way far away from you. I have a vision that happens quite a bit as far as there's something in my head and then I try to get it out. Well, I tried to swatch, tie-dye swatch. So this was me just like seeing how the dyes work together and like the different things to do. And then I'm not going to explain to you what I have in my head because I'm hoping that it will be this like epic unveiling when it actually happens. But here is a little bit, just a little tiny bit of my swatch for my grand plan. This is obviously not what I was shooting for. But now that I've done this, and these are all washed and dried in the whole 9 yards. Now that I've done this, I'm going to do another swatch. I think the next thing is going to be, we'll see. We'll see. I'm really excited about it. So y'all got a little sneak peek there. My next and final FO. What are you doing? My next and final FO I have to stand up for. What? Look how gorgeous and huge she is. I'm just assuming it's a she. This is my Vertices Unite Shawl by Stephen West. I have notes, like those podcasters who are like way more professional than I am. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys will care or not. Because I'll tell you, when other podcasters talk about this stuff, I do kind of get a little glassy-eyed unless I am actually looking for the information. And then I'll go back and watch it, which might be why I don't do it with a lot of my other stuff. But I am going to talk about this Vertices Unite Shawl. First, Stephen West. Oh, the sun. It's that time of year. Stephen West pattern, Vertices Unite. The reason that I'm doing this or that I did this is because Aaron and Chip, Fiber Hustle Podcast, is doing a knit along. So Aaron on his side of things, since he's the knitter, did the Vertices Unite, and Chip is doing the quilt, which I talked about on the last episode. I'm pretty sure this is the first cal that I have finished before it was over since like years. I can't even tell you when. I don't know when this episode is going up, but this is ending, I want to say August 8th, because August 7th is Chip's birthday. Is that right? It's real close to there. Or I'm transposing it. Maybe it's done on the 7th and the 8th is Chip's birthday. Either way, go watch Fiber Hustle and wish Chip a happy birthday. And this is done before the deadline, which, I mean, like clinkies to me. Here's what I'm talking about as far as me trying to act like a professional podcaster. First, Elizabeth, my friend Elizabeth, made this nifty, oh, you guys. Okay, so I moved it over where the lighting's better, but now you get to stare at the ugly plug because the chair that I'm sitting in usually sits right there. Anyway, Elizabeth made this nifty diagram, right? So I used this so much. Elizabeth, thank you for making this because holy cow, did it come in handy. Okay, I'm going to go through the sections as per Mr. West's suggestions as far as the yarn goes. And I'll try to do it real fast because, you know, I get bored and see bright, shiny things and don't pay attention. And I'm guessing that some of you are the same way. Maybe most of you, I don't know. Okay, this is section 1. Section 1 are 2 yarns going on a yarn date. So this is Baby and Johnny from Dirty Dancing, okay? This is how much I have left of both of the colors. I weighed this shit, yo. I weighed this shit. This is my Gale's Art yarn in like asphalt, graffiti asphalt. For color A, this is where some of you might get glassy-eyed and you can just like tappity tap tap past this part if you don't give a shit. Because I get it. I got you. Like I do it too. I do it too. But for those of you who do care, if you're doing the Vertices Unite or you want to do the Vertices Unite and you're wondering how the numbers work out as far as like maybe you don't want to use an entire skein of yarn and you just have scraps, that's why I did this for you. I started off with all new skeins. Steven says,
Mr. West
says or calls for 285 yards of color A. I used 385 yards of color A. I did go up a needle size. It calls for a 4 and I knit on a 5. I almost always go up a needle size because I'm a tight knitter. So that might factor in there, but just so you know, for color A, I used 100 yards more than the pattern called for. Color B, Mr. West says for the large shawl that you need to use or you need to have 320 yards. I used 355 yards. This is Hue Loco. So that is for section A. And you do use those in some of your other sections as well. Like this is the Hue Loco and this I striped with color A. So it's not just this section that you use it for. Then section 2, which is this section right here. Okay, so color C and D are these, spun right round. This called for color C 165 yards, which this is weird because Mr. West says that I was supposed to use 165 yards of this. I used 112 yards. So A and B I used way more, but C I've used less. Now D, I don't know because this was dyed for me by a viewer and I don't know how many yards I started with. But if you pretend that it was 400 yards and I have 192 yards left over. I used 208 yards of color D. I wouldn't bet on that just because I don't know how many yards I started with, but it's a good-ish, yeah? Then color E is my evil little goat, which I've said all the colorway names and all that in other things and what you can get and what you can't, like Gail's Art you can't get anymore. Obviously, this is a one of a kind. That's the kind of stuff that other podcasters are so good at saying, and I don't because because I'm me, you know. Anywho, colors C and D were the chaperones of the date. Color E, which is the last color it calls for, this is evil little goat. This is this big section right here. And it's the only section that uses that color. Mr. West says that we needed for the large shawl 310 yards. And I used 298 yards. So that's how weird that is. Some of the colors, two of the colors I used less than what was called for, and 3 of the colors I used way more than what it was called for. And you guys, I used less of this color, and I had that wonky bit. For those of you who aren't on Instagram, this is supposed to be a rectangle, and do you see this right here? Not a rectangle, but I don't give a shit because nobody would know that unless I pointed it out, which I just pointed out to all of you, but you know. I have this stitch marker in there, but was that where I was the last time? Serious? That's how much I've knit since then? Or no? Yeah. Anyway, that's all my FOs. That's it. That's all she wrote. So if you guys are doing the Vertices Unite and you are hashtagging it on Instagram, I am loving seeing how all your colors play together in the Vertices Unite. I have to tell you, that is the only thing I wanted to knit on. I had to make myself not knit on it because it was so much fun and it just surprised the crap out of me. So thank you, Chip and Aaron, for doing that make along. I'm so glad you did it because if you hadn't, I probably never would have knit that, and I loved it. Okay, whips. This is where I'm going to be in a hot mess. Lady Charming didn't touch it. You'll have to see it next time. That was the twisted rib one. Didn't touch it. My tapestry vest also didn't touch it. But she right here. Now that the Vertices Unite is done, though, I will go back to this. My tapestry vest, in case anyone's new here, looks like this. I've talked about it in the past. I'll talk about it again in the future. I didn't do anything on it, so I'm not going to talk about it. However, she living in my KatyDid bag. And this bag is so much fun because you pull down the sides and it turns into a bucket. It's so much fun. I love it. I wanted to tell you guys before it was over, hopefully this episode will be way out before it's over. She is having an end of summer sale, 10% off. So coupon code end of summer 10. And that is good until September 21st. Go get yourself one of these bags. She has other bags. She has these cool stitch marker necklaces, and she has tons of cool stuff. My next whip, I'm pretty sure I do this every time I spin. I'm spinning. Look, I'm spinning. Remember my fiber that I showed last time from Woolfiend? Looks like that, Woolfiend. It is 18.5 micron merino, 4 ounces in the Before Dawn colorway. That's right. Okay, so what I did is I split this in half. So hold on, where's my other, right here. So my other half is I made this with, what did I make this with? I think I made this with Mod Podge and Tulle, which that's so gonna be, if any of y'all wonder. I made my own screen print. That's what it was. I made my own screen print using Mod Podge and Tulle, and then I stretched it in an embroidery hoop, and I made this little guy. This is a very old bag. Anyway, here's the other half. So what I did is I just unrolled this, and then rolled it back into a ball and split it into 2 ounces. So this is 2 ounces. Then I took the other 2 ounces and split it into pencil roving. And what pencil roving is, let me see if I can show you on this. Okay, so this is how it comes, yeah? When I got it, it was in a beautiful braid, and I undid the braid, and then it looks like this. So what I did for these, this is pencil roving, or what I call pencil roving. I don't know if that's like the technical term, but I've had I've had fiber milled into pencil roving, and it looks like this. So you can actually get this from the mill, but it came this way from the mill. And if you separate the fiber, see how it kind of wants to pull apart? So what I did with the 2 ounces is I just made my own pencil roving, pulling it apart. I'm going to spin all of these little nests on one bobbin, and then this one I am going to keep full and spin it. So what will happen is this will be like a long color, whereas these will be a bunch of shorter colors, I think. Does that make sense at all? It's sort of like fractal spinning, if you've ever heard of that. But I think this is even more. And you people who spin all the time, there might be another, and I have all these spinning books. I should look it up and see if this is a thing. I just kind of made it up as I went. So anyway, that's how I'm doing it. I'm hoping it'll look cool. That's my plan. This is why I said I'm a hot mess, because every time I spin, I just have to show you my wheel. I could take my bobbin off of here, but I don't wanna. Here is my fiber. Isn't it pretty? Look how pretty it is. So that's how much I have. I still have a lot to do. I have put a lot of time into that spinning. I am trying to spin thin. I'm gonna do a thin 2-ply, which we'll see how many yards I get. Hey, the sun went away so I can record and you don't have to stare at the ugly plug in the wall. A lot of people will ask or wonder how many yards you can get out of 4 ounces. Me spinning my thinnest, I feel like I've gotten 400 yards out of 4 ounces like once. I'm spinning really thin just to see how many yards I can get, but I'm not using a spinner control card, which I should, but I don't care that much. I'm just trying to spin it thin. So actually, let me show you my spinner control card so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can buy these on Etsy. I just printed mine online and laminated it. So you just use this nifty little card and you hold your yarn on it as you're spinning. Like once you spin, you hold your yarn on it and it tells you how many wraps per inch you have. So you can kind of make sure that you're spinning evenly the whole way through. However, I'm not doing that. I'm letting whatever happens happen. We'll see what I get when all's said and done. Next, my Forest Park cardigan, which is, looks like this guy right here. I am loving this. I really am. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I'm on Sleeve Island, and I'm going to be on Sleeve Island for 2 sweaters. It's sort of dumb, like I didn't really plan that great. I'm almost done with my back hem on the, I'm gonna say Vertices Unite, on the Lady Charming, and then I'm gonna be on the sleeves. Now, the difference is the Lady Charming has cables going down the sleeves and this one doesn't, so it will be a little different. Let me put this on for you because I don't think I did it the last time. Yeah, what do you think? Oh, I have my Jessie May, I can't remember what it's called, bralette thing on under this. My see-through shirt, tucking my fat rolls in my leggings. Okay, the last time you guys saw it, I was not done with my pockets. So here's my pockets. And what you do, without giving away the secret sauce, is you kind of get it, right? You pick it up, you knit the pockets. She says you can sew them down like after it's blocked. So that's what I'm gonna do. I started the sleeve, clearly. One sleeve. This sleeve is on my stitch thread from Mrs. Frost. So I've gotten this far, plus I finished both of the sleeves. My grandpa sweater, it's gonna have elbow patches. I'm so excited. Now, why I absolutely love this sweater is the color, the colorway. Yarn Less Traveled, and it is her, oh, I say it all the time, you guys. It's some herb, alchemy of herb. Her enchantment collection, and alchemy of herbs is the colorway. Shit. Okay, Kristy Glass just interviewed her not too long ago, and I watched the interview, and I was so tickled because it was like, oh my gosh, I'm knitting with her yarn, and I love it so much. I mean, this colorway is great. And then this colorway is Merlot, and this is mosaic knitting, not colorwork. You'll see that more later. My Get Shorty socks are on here, but I've literally put like 2 rows on them since the last time you saw them. So hopefully you'll see those on the next podcast. And then my last whip is also a new cast on, which I don't even know if I can call it a new cast on. Doesn't really make sense to call it a new cast on, but this is going to be a thing. Remember last episode when I was wearing my Brenda Strong t-shirt because Brenda sent me her t-shirt, her birthday t-shirt? When she sent that to me, she packed it in this old school yarn. She sent me multiple skeins of this. This is old school wool. And I mean, look at the label. You can tell, right? She didn't say anything in the note about where this yarn came from or what she used it for. I just kind of figured she used it as packaging, you know, like instead of bubble wrap. But it's 100% wool, and this is Fleischer yarns. Fleischer? I don't know how you say that, but it looks like it's from New York. 100% pure fleece wools, and it does say washable colors, but it's pure wool, so I'm guessing you can't wash it. I have never seen that. Permanently moth-proof. How can they say that? How can it be permanently moth-proof? Somebody tell me. Here's where this came from. This is gonna be a long story. It probably won't be a long, it feels like a long story in my head. It's probably not gonna be a long story. After my Vertices Unite, I got all my yarn condoms free. And then I realized I have quite a few yarn condoms. So then I was like, okay, I need a little basket. Like I need a little basket to put, for my yarn condoms to live in. Yeah? My yarn condoms need a house. Well, rewind, high school Chevis. In art class, Mrs. Westoven, who is our art teacher, one of our projects was making a basket with yarn and a tapestry needle. It was the thing that I was absolutely most excited for in art class. I didn't knit then. My love of yarn had not happened, but I was so flippin' excited to make this yarn basket. My mom has my original one from high school, but I have made a couple since then and given them as gifts. I mean, like an ex-boyfriend I think has one. I have one in my linen closet. Like I have a few. This one is an old yarn basket that I just finished. This was sitting unfinished forever and ever. I was looking at this and I thought, I'm gonna make a yarn basket out of it to put my yarn condoms in. So when I was looking for my stuff, this is jute. And this is what Mrs. Westoven taught us how to make our baskets with. Like I said, this one has been an unfinished object in my craft room forever and ever and ever. And there wasn't any rhyme or reason to it. I was just kind of playing with, I mean, this is Red Heart acrylic yarn. I don't even know where it came from. So I finished it off, and this is what you do. You go little to little to little to little. There's where it ends. I'm like, I'm sick of having this unfinished basket laying around. And I just finished it. Now, you would think that I'm telling you that because I want them to live in there. No, it's not it at all. I just wanted this as I will put something in here. I will put something else in here. But I wanted to show you what started all of this. Because this is all the jute I had left. My OG jute. Well, if you're anything like me and you have a craft room full of a ton of things, I found something else to use. I have a loose plan for this yarn. Very loose. It's going to turn it's like something like this. It's going to turn into whatever it wants to turn into. But these are the colors that she sent me. Now I will tell you, this blue, this is like it's like a mint green. That's probably right. This broke multiple times while I was winding it. I don't know if it's going to be great in the basket because you have to be able to pull it sort of tight for the structure of the basket or the integrity of the basket to not be floppy. I hope that I can incorporate this at least a little bit. These guys will be in it for sure. Look how chapped my lips are. You know, back in the day, they used to like bite their lips and pinch their, look how red I am, pinch their cheeks. I look like I have rosacea. I don't think I do. Maybe it's the vodka. It could be the vodka. Anywho, I started a basket with the yarn that Brenda sent me for my yarn condoms. And since I was out of jute, I had this in my stash. And what is this, you ask? Why did I have it, you ask? I have no idea. I have no idea why I had it. I cannot remember. It was an unopened package of cotton filler cord. So this is what I'm using, if any of y'all care. And I started a basket. And this is what I have so far. I just started rounding for you can see that, right? I just started going up. So that's how big it'll be. And then I have this much left over, and I kind of coiled it. I think it'll probably be like up in there. Yeah, perfect. I'm so excited. So this is a new cast on. Now, if any of you care to know or feel like you want one of these or want to try your hand at one of these, I could do a video showing you how to do it. But I don't want to do it if no one cares. You know what I mean? Here's a close-up. I have obviously messed up. You're not supposed to see white. That is a fuzzy. That's not the cord. That is the cord popping through. You're not supposed to see that, as is there. Now, I will fix that. There, I fixed that. You can fix it pretty easy. I should have been paying more attention. As you're wrapping it around, you kind of got to pay attention to that, or if that happens. That's a fuzzy. You don't want that to happen. I'm super excited to see how this is going to turn out. And I even thought about maybe using fiber and not just yarn. We'll see. This is I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but we're just going to roll with it sort of project. So while I like following knitting patterns that I know what they're going to look like at the end, I also like being spontaneous and it turning into whatever it wants to turn into. So I have another basket to fill up with things that will end up in the stuff room. It'll live here now. This is another yarn label from one of those. I can't remember which one this is off of, but it's 100%, the yellow or the mint green. But it says 100% virgin wool, now moth-proofed. Look at this sheet. Brenda, you have to tell me where this came from. Is there a story behind it? I'm super interested. Okay, that's all my whips. That's all my fiber-related things as far as makes go. Now, we're almost done. I have enabling and a few happy mails that I haven't opened yet. You'll see that at the same time that I see it. Okay, here's my first enabling, and I told you guys about this on the last podcast. This is from Leela Styles, Angelica. I ordered, where my 80s kids at? are little leather pouches. There's a little pair of scissors, stork scissors, and a measuring tape, which I don't know about you, but I can never find mine, so this is perfect. Rainbow Bright, and I forget this guy's name. I want to say Sprite. Was he a Sprite? Is he a Sprite? I'll have to look up who he is. I remember him. I love Rainbow Bright. I had Rainbow Bright and her horse. Oh, was the horse's name Sprite? Anyway, I loved Rainbow Bright. Now, she has a labyrinth one. I didn't get it. I talked about that in the last episode. This is my Rainbow Bright one. I'm super excited about it. Because she's extra, she sent me extras. She sent me a melting smiley face, vibes, peanut butter instead of Jif, and a pig thrasher. Then she sent me some tea. She sent me yarn condoms. She sent me a little sushi roll one and like a shiny disco ball one. I'm going to give these away as prizes because I feel like a pig keeping them. And I have plenty. And she's awesome, and I think everyone else needs to know the awesomeness of Angelica from Leela Stitches. Now, not only did she send me yarn condoms, she also makes headbands. Same thing, matching the yarn condom, but a different color. This, and it's stretchy. And then she sent me this one too. It's roses. So these will go in the giveaway pile for prizes. Thank you so much, Angelica. You rock. Okay, my other enabling, because y'all know, I said I was going to talk about it later. Aaron came all the way from the West Coast to the Midwest. Now, he was visiting his parents. It's not like he came here just to see me. But he made time in his schedule to come here and see me. And we had like a little impromptu photo shoot, and we went out to lunch. We didn't even have time to knit. We went to a couple record stores. We had lunch. We had a drink. We went to the yarn shop. I mean, obviously we went to the yarn shop, which is what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so I bought some gift yarn that I have already sent out in the mail. And then I bought this for me. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Like, this makes me think of sherbet. Doesn't it make you think of sherbet? And then I want sherbet. I couldn't tell you the last time I had sherbet. Or sherbet. Sherbet? Sherbet. I call it sherbet. Not sorbet. Sherbet. I feel like that's one of those words that everyone says different. Actually, when we were at Simply Socks, they were making fun of how I say milk. Milk. I say milk. It's milk. Dan makes fun of me all the time. And Aaron, was it Aaron or Allison? One of them mentioned how I say milk. Whatever. I say words funny. So this is stitched together yarn. It goes together. I have no idea what it's going to be. Obviously, 2-color shawl, yeah? I feel like it should be a 2-color shawl. This is her Stitch Ya Basic.
Stitch Ya Basic.
Part of why I bought it was because of that. This is Let's Make Out, and this is Divergent Zebra Corn. So I bought that for me because it was real nice, real nice. And then, have you guys seen these? Have you seen these? I have not seen these. This is Unique Sock. I'm thinking it's unique, not unique, right? I'm thinking it's Unique Sock. Hand-dyed, self-striping, matching sock kit. So it's already caked up for you. Wait for it. Right. Look how fun that is. Look how fun that is. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to knit it, but I'm very excited about it. So that is my enabling. Simply Socks linked below. Okay, then last but not least, because I have this much martini left, which is probably all ice at this point, I have this many Happy Mails. And I have opened them just so it's easy to get to them on camera. I don't know what's in here. And this one is from Cindy, and I've had it for a minute. And I feel bad because I've wanted to open it, but I had to record, right? Yeah? Malicious Women. I wonder if this is from there. So remember my friend Michelle, hold on. My friend Michelle sent me this from Malicious Women. This is the first time I heard of this company. and she sent me this candle. They have tons of funny candles. That makes me wish that I would have lit this before I started recording. Anyway, I mean, here's, right, is this me or what? So let's see what we got here. The spirits told me this suited you to a T. Cindy. Look at her card. She made it. I have a Ouija necklace. What is this? Love it. Okay. Cindy, oh my God, I love it. You guys, it's a bracelet. It says pure maliciousness on the inside, and it has these little arrows, but wait for it. It says shit show VIP. I mean, if that is not this, if that is not happening right now, I don't know what is. Cindy, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just thought they had candles. I didn't know they had other stuff. I can't wait to show everybody. Okay, this is from Sarah from Virginia. Wait, where's Cindy from? Cindy's from Texas. The stars at night are big and bright. You didn't finish it. Dan, you can't not finish it. How did you know that part, but you didn't finish the rest of it? Babe!
Because I like to leave them waiting in anticipation.
Whatever. Do you even know the end of it?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Gotta do it right. You.
O-H.
I-O. He still messed it up. For those of you who don't know, that's a Texas thing, and little baby Chevis learned it from watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Just saying.
Hello, Dottie. It's me, Pee-wee.
Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Where?
Honest. Listen, I'll prove it. The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Wait, don't hang up.
Okay. Anywho, Sarah. Ooh, it's for my next camping trip. Well, I'm intrigued. This is made by Days of Gray. Okay, you can never have too many koozies. And look, happy camper. When life gives you lemons, mix them in your fucking drink. High five. Yes. Thank you. This is Days with Gray. I will for sure link these, and I want to see what else they make. Hold on, look, there's like a, hold on, I need to open it. I must investigate. Are these handmade? They're Velcro. They're freaking Velcro. Shut up. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Look, you can fit them around a clip. That's so much fun. How have I never had a Velcro koozie before? I call them koozies. Have we already had this conversation? I call them koozies, not coolies. Is that what some of you guys call them? Coolies or koozies? And nobody knows how much drink you have left. Sarah, thank you. Of course, I love this one because it has naughty words on it. You rock. Thank you so much. She's from Virginia. Did I say that? Okay, last one is from Arkansas Yarn Company. Oh my gosh, it's like a whole goodie bag of stuff. Holy crap, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. You guys. Okay, I'm super excited about this. Arkansas Yarn Company. Do you guys watch We Share Needles? I'm not gonna lie. The name did it right off the bat. As soon as I saw their podcast name, I'm like, I need to watch this. I need to watch this. This is Maddie and Kristen are the hosts of We Share Needles. Go watch them. They'll be linked. They, oh my gosh. They showed this like little kit. Like, okay, hold on. I have to look it up because I'm going to mess it up. Okay, so I was right. Maddie went out of town and brought Kristen back goodies on their last podcast. And You girls, dang it. She brought her back this thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to look that up. I want one. And then, of course, I never did because, you know, like bright, shiny squirrel, whatever. And that is totally what this is from Arkansas Yarn Company. So it's all these goodies, right? Now, let me look because I don't know if this all comes together or they put this together. It looks like they put this together. First, they sent me, like I said, you can't have too many. I'm just going to open it because why not? All you dental hygienists out there are mad at me because I used my teeth to open that. You can't have too many of these. You just can't. Then they sent stickers, and y'all know, or a sticker, that I put these on my toolbox. Here is their card, and they sent a little stitch marker, which that's Arkansas, the state, especially for those of you across the pond that don't know. Look how cute that is. And it's my favorite closure. Here are their deets. Go check them out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. They sent me an enamel pin, which you know how that goes. It goes on my little tapestry. I'll show you a picture of it right here. I'll put it on my tapestry. Look at the little flowers. Okay, and this guy, this is what I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. I want one. So then they sent it to me. You guys. Okay, first, a little zipper pouch. And it has this cute little tassel on it and a little clippy so you can clip it onto your bags. Hold on. You can clip it onto your bags. And in it, it's like the tiniest of cutest notion pouches ever. Okay, so in it, you have a tapestry needle, and it's one of the little bent kind, which I don't have one. I've seen them tons, and I've never had one. You have a stitch holder safety pin with little hexy stitch markers. Oh my God, these are so cute. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I figure out how to work them? Oh yeah, okay, so they just open like this. Shut up with this cuteness. Look how cute they are. Wait, so you have to like hold them closed and then put them down. I have never seen scissors like this. Have y'all? And then a little needle gauge. You guys, thank you so much. Like, look, it's the cutest little thing. Can you believe all that stuff that fits in there? You have your needle gauge, your scissors, a stitch holder, your stitch markers, and a tapestry needle. That is amazing. Okay, so I don't know if they sell them on their website. I told Maddie and Kristen, I commented on their last podcast that I wanted to look at these, and then, like I said, I forgot. But I was going to go to their website and see if they sold them on their website. Of course, now I don't have to because they sent me one. Thank you, Arkansas Yarn Company and Maddie and Kristen. If you don't watch We Share Needles, you should go watch them. They knit fun things. They're two best friends. They're like, my speed. We laugh. We have fun. Obviously, we like fun stuff. Now what bag to put it on is the question. That's it. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go have dinner and have another drink. And I hope you guys are having an awesome world. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you know the drill. If you haven't yet, like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that heavy horse shit. We'll catch you on the next one.